Hello, YouTube and Facebook friends. I'm going to try to put a more positive spin on things today because I feel like I've done enough whining and I have changed, so I don't dwell in the negative anymore. The darkness must be stamped out, the hate must be stamped out. And whenever I, as a mystic, put a curse on someone that's hurting me and other people, which it has to be something big, it's not just some little thing. And I never curse ex loves because, you love that person. I always say if they change, then this curse is lifted. If they prove themselves and correct the wrong they've done, then this curse be lifted because nobody should be cursed forever. I mean, certainly we've all made mistakes in this life, said things we regret, treated someone wrongfully, and we've evolved as we have grown older and we have learned. And really, we're always evolving. And that's why I think when you love somebody, you have to realize that whatever you don't like about them can evolve with you if you stick things out. You can accept somebody for who they are. You don't have to change them. Just let them see what you like, and if they love you, they will evolve. That's what I believe on this quest for love that I am traveling. And certainly I'm not perfect. No one is. No one is ever going to be perfect. It's just not the way God has made us all. We're imperfect. So I want to say my saying that I made up a long time ago when I'm feeling a little down about things because I have to wait 3 months before the next treatment, before surgery, because this leaves you rather wounded. You know what I mean? It isn't awful, but you can't just keep doing it in a row. You have to let things heal up a bit. So I have to say, because I'm not with the person I love yet or that I desire, and because of all of the things I've had to go through with all the imposters and all the mistakes I made, because I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, why did you do that for? Why? You handled this wrong, you handled that wrong, and this is all part of evolving. You can't always blame everybody else for what is going on. There are decisions I feel I made that maybe I shouldn't have made. I like to be on social media. I like to post my music and I like to advocate transgender rights. So, again today, something a little more inspiring, and that is my saying that I've said before. Every day I must go on. Every day I must be strong. Every day I must be. For there's no one else in this life, in this world, like me. Okay, so I also made up another saying, and that is, I live in poverty, but I live in abundance. I live in loneliness without love, but I live in abundance. I am love. I love me. I live in abundance. I may live in abuse, but I live in abundance. Love is abundance, not money. Money just puts a roof over your head, which is granted important. But I do that with what I have, and I may have to have a lot less when Mom passes. But I will live in abundance, and one way or another, I will escape the abuse. That aside, the family abuse, the family staying away, My mother, like I said, is not all bad. She has her moods. As long as I don't say nothing back, like right now, she's being really kind and we're getting along well and we're laughing, I'm okay. And because I've transmutated and made change in myself, I do stay quiet. I don't have to always be right. I can learn from my past mistakes, keep my mouth shut, be who God means me to be, and that's the person I am today. So knowing this and having this experience in life, this is who I am today. And I deal with the damages done to me. You know, have the thyroid condition, have the post-traumatic stress, which all that does is it makes me sick to my stomach. I have the metal rod, titanium rod in my nose because there's no more bone and my nose is a little crooked again, which I always hated because they used to call me banana nose and crooked nose and all this stuff. And I had it corrected once, but since I was beaten on Left 4 Dead, of course, it's back like it was. And you can see this metal through my nose. I have to live with that. You cut your suit to fit your cloth. I know I'm not a beauty queen, but I have a heart of gold. And a man that says, hopefully, Keanu Reeves, I love you, I accept you, is the man that I will obey as a wife. And he might have to yell Samantha at me because, you know, I keep in mind you do no harm with magic. Like yesterday, I put a curse on those imposters with the tail end of it's lifted if you change. But still, all I should have done is put protection as my neighbor would tell me so. I'm a little naughty, so my husband will have to yell Samantha at me or Ricky because, you know, remember what you're supposed to do. Because love defeats hate. And I seen that today in an article where police kneeled and refused to attack the protesters. And the protesters like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love. The spell I've been casting for love to overpower evil seems to be working. Let's hope that it keeps going. Let's hope that God keeps hearing me. Because hate is no good. And I believe in real magic. Not fictional magic, not movie magic, but the kind that I study. Because it's helped me to deal with all these things. As did that wonderful psychologist. And still does if I need to call him, you know. He's still there. So, you know, these are the things that I wanted to say today to spin things on a positive note. No matter who you are, no matter how your life is, there is a way to live in abundance, to survive. Now, it's not so bad here that my life is in danger because my mother's nice. You know, she does good things. But she's 75 and she tends to treat me like I'm 12. You know, and I have charge of my own life. I mean, you know, like when I went to Ann Arbor and she kept telling me what to say and what not to say, you know, but really the guy that drove me was more talkative than me and I said to him, I'm sorry if I say anything, and he said, you haven't said a thing that bothers me. And I hope I get him again, because truly when you're having surgeries like these, you can drive yourself there, which is like a 2-hour drive, but you can't drive yourself back. That's the deal. So I'm grateful that I have that transportation option, and that I'm grateful that I found a driver that's really kind. Of course, all of the highway stuff scares me, all the big trucks and everything, but it's not like he was a bad driver, but it just makes me nervous, you know. But that's the spin I want to put on today, because it seems to me like it's just too much whining. You know, we all know my issues, we all know how much I want to be loved, but this is where I am now. I will survive, one stiletto in front of the other, as I keep saying, and moving forward. And if I even just make a friend out of Keanu Reeves, that would be great, you know. And then there was Elon Musk, you know. I feel bad, you know, but I don't think he was real anyway. But he is doing things that really impress me here lately. And he does have a lot. I mean, you know, 14 wives. And then the kids, like I said, I can raise kids, 14 kids, but 14 ex-wives, they may be nice, they may not, I don't know. But anyway, it's Keanu Reeves who I've always wanted to love. So, you know, I should stay focused. But I get my head in saving the country, helping Elon, because I feel like he was used. I feel like it's ruined his Tesla. And I know he has a better heart than that, and he's showing it now, and I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that. And I know that Keanu Reeves has the heart that my father had, which is what I pray to God, to send me a man with that kind of heart. Because no matter what I ever did, my father loved me. Never stopped. Same thing with my mother. He never stopped loving her. Yes, my dad could be a hardhead, you know, but nobody's perfect. But I try not to do that myself because, you know, blood and all that. So, anyway, that's where I'm at today as I walk for exercise in the beautiful time of, what is this now, the dog days of summer. Because pretty soon it'll be winter and I won't be able to do this as much. But I hope my life evolves and I have my husband and champagne and dinner and long conversations and dancing. Mostly at home. I don't care about running around, especially not with everything going on in the world. Of course, I don't want to make him sick of me either. But I've been alone for what feels like 100 years. But I just want a simple life, you know, cookouts and movies and music on the weekends and singing together at home, maybe even making videos for the internet if he wants to. These are just things I want, not to mention the love and the passion. I'm going to need a lot of that because without passion and love can die. It takes more than that to hold a relationship together. But I think you need that also in some form. You know, cuddling, kissing, making love, that sort of thing. And I hope I get it. I mean, I am 57. The younger generation dies earlier. Many of my cousins died in their 40s. Not all of them were abusing drugs. Like my cousin Dale, he died of diabetes. He died of a failed kidney. And this is why I eat right. And this is why you see me walking and exercising. Because that runs in the family and I don't want that. But so far, endocrinology gives me a good bill. No diseases. No failed kidneys anymore. No diabetes. Nothing that's going to harm me. So, but I need to let this video go. It's going on forever. And I just want you all to know that I love you and I pray that we get our democracy back and I pray for your safety and I pray for the meek. And if I am, so it is.